Welcome back everybody to the channel. Yes, just a few things to cover before we move on to today's video, which I will get to the topic in just a moment. As you are aware from the title, I will explain what we'll be doing in a moment. But just before I start, some things have changed with the channel. The title, the channel name even, the banner, the logo, my intro and outro will be changing too, and my way to greet and to send you on your way for future videos will be changing as well. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I'm sure it'll come along at some point and I'll realise that it would be the best thing to do. But without that being in the mix, today's video is very much Disney themed, along with quite the majority of them coming your way as well, because Disney is going to be the main thing on this channel, of course, but there is going to be things thrown in the mix as well, hence the name Zach Does Things. We are going to be looking at the history of Pirates of the Caribbean, that very classic ride that everyone knows and loves. And we're going to look at the history on what it could have been and what it is now today up until the point. And we've got some fun facts that you may or may not know that I personally want to give to you. So without further ado, we're going to get that intro going and we are going to get right along with that movie and video. Hope you enjoy. So looking back at when it first started and opened in 1967, this would have been the last project that Walt himself would have worked on before his passing in December 1966. Just 3 months after his passing, it opened, and it could have started and it could have ended up very differently. Now, when Walt first had the idea, he wanted it as a wax museum in which it was supposed to be based under New Orleans Square. This quickly changed as to audio animatronics as we see today, and we know and love this ride, due to great moments with Mr. Lincoln and the animatronics in that, and it became a boat ride because of It's a Small World. Those two rides heavily created Pirates of the Caribbean that we know and love today. Now, as I said earlier, this was the last ride that Walt would have worked on and overseen before his death in December the 15th, 1966. So unfortunately, he didn't get to see the finished product. But in order for the Imagineers to heavily still involve Walt before his passing, they put a chair on a dolly and pushed him at the speed of a boat would travel now around the attraction, so he could get a feel for what the guests would be able to see and what would his ride become and what everyone else would envision through this because of him. And of course, because it's Disney, Pirates of the Caribbean became an instant success, and it is what we Disney fanatics like to do and what we like to call a Disney must-do every time we visit one of these iconic parks, whether it be Disneyland California, Walt Disney World. And each one, well, mostly everyone, has one of their own versions of this ride adapted to just to fit the theme in just a little bit better in the land that they are in. Let's have a look at their opening days now, because these are where the fun facts actually begin. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom's version, opened on December the 15th, 1973. Tokyo Disneyland was the next one to open on April the 15th in 1983. The next one to open was then Disney Paris, and they opened theirs on April the 12th, 1992. The next one then to open was the new Pirates ride at Shanghai Disney Resort, which opened on June the 16th, 2016. And of course, Pirates has changed a lot since its initial opening date in 1967. The big reboot in 2006 with the launch of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and personally I think it's a lot better with having Captain Jack in it, Captain Barbossa. Makes it more up to date and more able to connect with the audience and the movies that Disney provide for their rides. Now, with the history over, let's jump into those fun facts that you may not know about this iconic Disney ride. So just before I start this section, I found this video by iThemePark of a POV of Pirates of the Caribbean that I am using in my video. I just want to say a big thank you to him, and his channel is in the description below, so feel free to go and check his channel out as well. Now on to the fun facts. The first one, which you may not know, is that during the ride's battle scene between the pirate ship and the town's fortress, you'll hear cannonballs whizzing over your head and dropping in the water. Now, using cannonballs is obviously pretty dangerous, so the illusion is created by moving cannons, flashes of light, and blasts from beneath the waves. Another memorable scene from the ride is the town in flames. Now, this effect is actually just created by a bunch of different cloths, fans, and lights. The Anaheim fire chief feared people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the fake flame illusion and a real fire, so they asked Disney to install an automatic shutoff in case of an actual fire. Alongside this, there are also over 120 audio animatronics on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. This is a mixture of both human and animal animatronics. There's a crazy and creepy rumor that some of the human bones used on the ride are real. Now, personally, I don't know much about this. I've heard this myself, but it never actually has been confirmed. Both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom's Pirates of the Caribbean went through renovations in 2006 after the release of Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, starring the one and only Davy Jones and the Flying Dutchman. So that was the two that were renovated in 2006. In 2012, mermaids were added to the grotto scene at the Pirates of the Caribbean in the Magic Kingdom. You can easily see the mermaid skeleton on shore, but it's harder to catch the one swimming portside in the water. Also, a fun fact about this, the film characters added to the ride are all voiced by their original actors. Some of the ride's original audio animatronics are voiced by the one and only Paul Frees. You might recognize him as being the ghost host from the Haunted Mansion. So that's all the fun facts, and there are probably more. If you have any more, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. But that's all I've got for the fun facts of this one. That is it for the end of this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed recording it. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below what your favourite part of the ride is. And if I missed any facts that weren't in this video, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. My favourite part of the ride has to be the auction. Just such a good scene. Probably many of yours as well. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and comment. Subscribe if you have not done so already by pressing that red shiny button and that little ding-a-ling bell so you can stay up to date with all my new videos. The upload times are staying the same of Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, so be sure to keep in the loop with them. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later.